Alright, so this is a little bit of an interesting one. But apparently this controversy has been going around implying that the MCU fandom is like sexist or something because of the fact that people love Deadpool's dance routine at the beginning of Deadpool and Wolverine and hated She-Hulk's dance routine in episode 3 of her TV show. I mean, that's if you want to call twerking dancing. I mean, that's a whole different discussion right there. Now, let me just say, this is the dumbest comparison ever. I mean, these two scenes are nowhere near the same. I'm someone who's watched episode 3 recently, like yesterday. I've been watching the episodes because I plan to do a full review of the show soon. We're watching the show right now on Twitch if you guys want to go check us out. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious why one scene works and the other doesn't. I mean, the fact that this has turned into some kind of debate or discussion or like, oh, you know, they hate when men do something, but, you know, it's bad when a woman does something. It's just, I don't know. That's just weird to say, at least for this context. I mean, even if we go to the Deadpool scene, right, there are multiple reasons why this scene works. First off, the song is catchy as fuck. Eat it up. Go play okay 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never gotta heat me up. It's insane because apparently it was also the product of an inside joke from the second X-Men movie. The exact song played on the radio and like Wolverine hated it.
What are you doing?
And then you have Deadpool right here who loves it and he's dancing to it. This also works as like a little bit of a hint for those who have seen the older movies that Deadpool and Wolverine aren't gonna get along too well. I mean, shit, Deadpool is literally using a dead Wolverine's body against the TVA. Irony here is that people were kind of expecting them to do it without disrespecting the ending of Logan. And Deadpool's like, no, we're going to completely disrespect the ending of Logan for a joke. And you know what? It works because that is exactly something that Deadpool would do because that's his character. He was literally made for stuff like that. It works for Deadpool fans. It works for Wolverine fans. And for MCU fans in general who aren't too familiar with these characters, it sets the whole tone and dynamic of the movie. Whereas, you know, with She-Hulk's twerking scene with Meg Thee Stallion, it was just, I don't know, it was just kind of corny. I get it, She-Hulk's a sexualized character, so I don't really care that the twerking is there in and of itself. This show was already pretty bad before this scene even happened. This just kind of added to the punch as a whole.
Bruce, I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. I'm catcalled in the street. When incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do.
Bruh.
I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Here's the thing. This scene is a bit weird as hell now that I'm thinking about it because, you know, now that I'm actually watching the show, I'm noticing a little bit of contradictory messaging here. A big point this show likes to make is that women are getting tired of being sexualized and objectified, and they shine a spotlight on these issues. They want to be more than their bodies or whatever, which is completely fine, and I totally understand that. Then they kind of add to it by doing stuff like this. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be enjoying the scene. I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing at it. I don't know what the point of this whole scene is. Like, literally shaking your ass with one of the most sexualized figures in the industry. But then the show kind of likes to demonize men for sexualizing women, which is fine, like I said. But like, again, you're kind of adding to it. It would make a little bit more sense if it was a context where they were making fun of the fact that they were doing it, and if like they were making fun of twerking in general, just treating the whole thing as a joke and as something like, hey, making fun out of it to say, hey, this isn't something you should be doing. Even twerking is usually unprofessional outside of like a club or, you know, a party or something like that. But no, they just put this scene here and act like it's a completely okay thing to do. And they're having fun doing it. Whereas Deadpool does do unconventional things and, you know, things that people really shouldn't be doing, but they are aware that it is unconventional and they don't try to glorify it. And, you know, if anything, the movie makes a joke out of Wade like plenty of times because they want you to laugh at how ridiculous he is in most situations. Like the movie a lot of times doesn't portray Wade as in the right, whereas, you know, with She-Hulk it's kind of the opposite. Stuff like this, man, it's just cringe. And this is a big difference between Deadpool and, you know, MCU She-Hulk in general. Just to preface this, I thought Deadpool and Wolverine as a movie was okay. I had a lot of fun watching it. I had a blast with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. The plot itself has a lot of issues, which I'm not going to go into. But one thing that did land for the most part was the humor. Part of that is that it's very aware of how stupid it is. It takes shots at Marvel here and there with the whole multiverse shit is played out. The whole multiverse stuff is played out. The TVA's worshiping Logan as like this hero, and Deadpool's just kind of getting the shittier end of the stick. Aware. And the jokes are for everybody, like for Marvel fans in general. Whereas with She-Hulk, most of the jokes are just kind of like, hey, men are bad, laugh.
Oh, I can't talk to a 10 about embarrassing man stuff. She could be my next fiance.
Yes, Deadpool and She-Hulk are both comedic characters. The difference is, one was handled well because they understand the character, the other was corny as hell. That's it. That's literally all there is to it. I don't know why people are trying to turn this into some big thing when it doesn't really need to be. I don't get it. Anyways, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like what you guys see, be sure to like, subscribe, share, subscribe, comment on the video. I think I already said that. And yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.